The next step in the configuration of the Tethys Portal installation is to change some of the file permissions. In particular, the files that the servers will be serving directly need to be owned by the Nginx user. This includes the static and the workspace directories. Go ahead and use the chown command, or the chown command, to change these permissions to the Nginx user that we noted earlier. Then I'll go ahead and list the contents again to verify that that worked. So now they're owned by the Nginx user. Each time you need to update your Tethys portal or install new apps, you will need to change the ownership of these directories back to your user to allow you to make the changes. And then when you are done, you need to change the ownership back to the Nginx user. This process of switching the permissions back and forth can become quite tedious, so the documentation provides a script for setting up aliases or shortcuts that will perform these commands for you. These are added to the activate script of your environment so that anytime your environment is activated, they're available to you. To set this up, go ahead and copy the script and then go back to your console and then create a new script file to put the script in. I'm going to put it in the home directory. Then paste the contents of the script that you copied into the file. Notice that there are several entries that have angle brackets. You'll need to replace these with the appropriate value from your environment. When you're done, it should look something like this, with the variables pointing to the right directories and the Nginx user filled in appropriately. Go ahead and save the file and exit. Then use bash or sh to run the script. Next, deactivate your Conda environment. You may see these errors. That's not a problem. It's just because the aliases haven't been set up yet. Go ahead and activate the Conda environment to set up the aliases. You now have 4 aliases that you can use to easily change the permissions of the directories. You have Tethys user own, or 2.0 for short, and Tethys server own, or TSO for short. Tethys user own can be used to change the permissions to the active user. Notice this is owned by my user now. TSO, or Tethys server own, can be used to change it back to the Nginx user.